Okay, y'all, so sorry about the quality because I have to film it on my iPad because I don't have any storage on my phone. So here's my makeup case. I don't use everything in here all the time, but I feel like if you're starting to do your makeup, you're gonna buy more. You're gonna buy more. It doesn't matter. You're gonna buy more. So I say go ahead and get you a good makeup case. Okay, so first I use a primer. However, if you're not into primer, if you feel like primer is too heavy, you can just do a regular skin prep. Like, this is your skin prep. Like, I just wash my face, do the toner, do the serum, do the moisturizer, and I personally feel like that's good to go. That's good enough. But everyone's skin is different. If you feel like you sweat a lot on your face, or if it's really hot outside, I would suggest a primer too. But during the winter, I'm indifferent to primer because it's cold. Next, I use a color corrector. I use color corrector because I have hyperpigmentation slash, because I have hyperpigmentation slash dark spots that I want to get rid of. It has a lot to do with color theory. So if you have red spots on your face, like red like pimples or acne or rosacea, I think it's called rosacea or something, you would use green color corrector because red and green cancel out. So I'm going to put this under my eye. And they also make regular color concealer too. It's very cheap. That's if y'all are looking for a cheaper concealer. Which I already bought concealer, so I don't use too much. But I just put it like wherever I have dark spots. I do have some up here, but since I'm not using foundation, I'm gonna try to replicate the tutorial that y'all were watching, and also I'm gonna try to do a tutorial based off of the makeup y'all bought. So I'm not gonna put any up here because if I were to put some up here, I'd have to use foundation. But yeah, just put it wherever I have dark spots. And while that dries down a little bit, I'm going to be using brow lip. I don't color in my eyebrows. I don't do concealer on the brows because it just doesn't look good, and that's actually just one thing that I cannot do. So I just brush up and just shape them. I also do my own eyebrows anyway, so there's not a lot that needs to be done on that front. Sorry, this light is kind of messing me up a little bit. There's not a lot I have to do. I just make sure they're going in the direction they need to. Oop. And I kind of like press them in. It's not a huge difference, but it's something. Clearly this has been used heavily, but I just blend that in. I don't use a brush for the color corrector because I don't know, I don't have time for all that. This is just a good little start. See, I just want to cover up some of that darkness, and the red will really help me cancel that out. So blending. I'll be back. So since I've done the color corrector, I would normally go in with a foundation kind of product. Now, I don't do heavy foundation every day. This is what I consider to be a heavy foundation. That's something I would use for a special event like prom or wedding, something like that. Something I need cool glam for. But this is something I just wear out and about, like to class or something. But not everyone wants to wear foundation every day. So you can also do a tinted moisturizer if you're ever into that. But I'm trying to do this makeup routine based off of what y'all bought. So I'm going to go right in with putting the concealer on. I'm just going to do it like right here. I'm going to try to get it as close up here as possible because I have hyperpigmentation all over. I put it right here in the middle of my head. I do a little bit on the nose just for a little shaping, and then I put it on here above my lip. I also like to put some right here. I'm really trying to highlight different points of my face. Before I blend my concealer, I'm not gonna blend it just yet. I'm gonna put on my liquid blush. You can skip this step if you don't like blush. I put some right here, and also on my nose. And it seems kind of light now, but once you do the powder and stuff, it's gonna show up. So I'm gonna really quickly blend in this liquid blush. The reason I do blush first is because once you blend your concealer in after, it's gonna look really seamless. And I really like liquid blush because it's very buildable. You just start with like a dot or two and you can build it from there. There we go. I am gonna do a little bit more because it's not showing up on camera. It's showing up in my mirror, but not on camera. So like I said, you can just, with liquid blush, you can really just go crazy. But there are some liquid blushes that are really pigmented. So that's why I suggest to do liquid blush first because it will make it look really seamless. Okay, here's the brush I use for concealer. right here. It's kind of tough, so that's why I like it, because I can just beat the product into my face. So I just kind of start at the top. You can start wherever you want, baby. And I'm gonna go down. I'm just gonna blend all that product out. I'll save the eyes for last because I do want those to dry down a little bit more. So I'm gonna go right here. Go right here. Ooh, my lips look dry. Cover up those places where I put color corrector. Now for the eyes, I have under eye. I kind of have under eye bags a little bit, so there's a lot of skin here that will crease if I don't kind of pull my skin a little taut as I blend. That's just what I've kind of had to accommodate and do whenever I'm doing concealer. I feel like with me, creasing is kind of inevitable because I have folds in my eye, but you know, you just got to do your best. Go out. Don't go out too much. You don't want to bring all your product outside to your face. So once you drag it out once, just come right back in. Right back in. Like so, like that. Because you're still going to use a beauty blender. So I'm going to do the same for this side. Bring it out. And then come right back in. And just kind of leave it alone. Over blending can also mess your makeup up. I've learned the hard way. I'm going to get this beauty blender. It's heavily used. But hey. You're just going to go ahead and finalize that little concealer. Not finalize, but you know what I mean. Beat it in real good. Pat, pat, pat. Come to the outside. Bring it in. Like that. Come in. Make sure it's seamless. And come back in. And also use the back a little bit. Do it above your, what's it called? Your lip. Okay. Like so. And now our under eyes covered up. I suggest using a foundation powder too if you're into that. I use a foundation powder. I like to use a foundation powder. It also helps. I feel like it helps with the seamless look. You don't have to do that. You could skip this step completely. I just like to do it before setting powder. This is what we just bought. I use it. I've been using it for 3 years. I've legitimately had this for like almost 3 years. I can't lie. And I still got some. So here's setting powder can be very, 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 very tricky because even though it's used to help with creasing, it can be the cause of creasing. So here's what I do. I pat my powder puff into the product. I get the back of my hand. I rub that excess off. It's very important not to use too much powder. Then I put it right up on my under eye. I get some more. Do it to the other side. Ooh, that was not enough. Just always make sure you get rid of that excess. And see how it kind of gives me a little nose contour too? That's what we're going for. That's what we're going for. So yeah, we're gonna use some of that powder. I put it up here. The key is to put the powder wherever you put concealer. That's really the rule of thumb. So I'm gonna put powder. I put concealer here. I put powder there. I put concealer here. I put powder there. Get some more. Do it on the upper lip. Get some more. Rub it off. I put it on that little chin area. Now we're just gonna leave it to sit a little. While that's sitting, I'm gonna use bronzer. I love bronzer. Bronzer adds so much to the face. This is bronzer from Juvia's Place in the color Deep Dark. However, depending on your skin tone, you might have to get medium dark. But I just use both and I just pat it right here. I do it on the edges of my face because that's what's closest to my neck. The goal is always to have your makeup match your neck. Like so, like that. And now, see, that was very quick and easy. We're gonna get a little brush and start blending out this powder like this. Just blend it out. Blend out that forehead part. Blend out that upper lip. One out right here. I'm trying to look in the side of the mirror to make sure I don't have any craziness. And if you want a little extra security, I use a little tougher brush to really buff it out a little. I don't need to do it right here, but that's that. I like to do my makeup where every liquid needs a powder. So I do liquid concealer, I put powder over the liquid concealer. If I do liquid foundation, I'm using a powder over that. And if I do liquid blush, I'm gonna do a powder over the liquid blush. So I honestly use an eyeshadow palette from Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place has a lot of black people makeup, and I definitely recommend that. But I like to just go in, I usually just go in with this shade, obviously, that's the most used one. And I do a little bit, and I just tap right over where I did blush to kind of set the blush in place. So I just go in like that. I do a little bit on the nose. You don't have to do nose if you don't like it. I love it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the face aspect. However, if you're going for a brighter under eye, I would get this HD powder from e.l.f. It brightens up my under eye even more, so I'm gonna use it. I'll use a little bit just to show y'all. See how it's a little bit brighter? I do use this sometimes. Usually when I'm doing like, I don't know, a more glam look. It's all up to your preference. So when you're setting your makeup, I use a setting spray and then I use a fixing spray. For me, I feel like setting spray is used to melt that powder into your face and make it seamless. And then the fixing spray is what does the holding. So first, I just do the setting spray. Oh, one more. Okay. I get a fan. You can just do this if you want, but the fan is a little faster. I let it dry. But yeah, I'm probably gonna do my mascara and eyeliner off cam because I think y'all wear lashes anyway. So I don't really think you guys have to watch me do all that mascara stuff. Turn the fan off. Then I go in with a fixing spray. I be drowning my face in this because I don't want my makeup to move. Sorry, y'all, my fan is broke. That's not good. If you're just going for something like a no makeup look, I wouldn't use highlighter. But I like to use it, so I just do a little bit right there. And then a little bit right here. And then some on the nose. And blend that out a little bit. So yeah, and now I'm gonna do my eyeliner and mascara real quick. So this is the final look. I just did eyeliner and mascara and my lip liner and lip gloss. I didn't show the eyeliner on camera because it takes me like so long, but other than that, yeah. Like I said in the beginning, just take what I said with a grain of salt because we're all targeting different things when we're doing our makeup. But I did use basically everything that y'all bought in the store today, just with the addition of a few items. So yeah, yay. Okay, I have to switch my phone camera for some better quality, but this is no filters over here. Just a good base, And yeah, I hope this works for you guys.